preserve the life of American soldiers, many of whom they never knew, many of whose lives who came back and had children and grandchildren would never have been alive without the brave men that you see before you today. There were about 50,000 who volunteered to fight a Chinese communist-equipped Viet Cong communists who were fighting our soldiers. Thousands lost their lives. And immediately following, when we evacuated Vietnam, the Viet Cong communists began to commit genocide against our allies. They began to strafe and bomb their villages and try to bomb them into oblivion. They appealed to the United States government and became American citizens. And I would say that whenever they chose to fight for freedom against communism on behalf of our American GIs who were dying overseas, that's the day when they united in liberty that they became Americans. You can't get more patriotic than being willing to lay down your life for friends, especially when you don't even know them, simply because you believe right is right, wrong is wrong, and freedom is worth dying for. I also have, on this citation, we have Senator Julie McIntosh. Many of the men and women that you see here, also up in the gallery, live in her district. And so at this time, Mr. President, with your permission, I would like for us to recognize Senator Julie McIntosh to speak a little bit about this community that bless her community and her Senate district.
Senator McIntosh, I recognize you for the mic. Just a reminder, you also have citation to ask and we're ready to take your question.
Thank you. Members, it is an honor today to honor these men who serve with our military. As Senator Jett said, many of them live in my district. We also have the Hmong Cultural Heritage Center in my district. They celebrate their New Year in October. That's open to the public, and I can tell you it's a lot of fun, and the food is great. So you should come out and visit that center in Inola. They're in the process of expanding it and building there, and they are a great people. They love America, they love freedom, and we are very thankful for their service with our men and women in the military. Oh yes, there are festivities all day today. There's food, there's dancing, there's lots of fun things, so please come out and join us.
Mr. President, we have a citation to be read to officially commemorate the Special Guerrilla Unit of the Hmong veterans.
Whereas the Hmong Special Guerrilla Unit Veterans Recognition Day commemorates the Hmong Special Guerrilla Unit combat soldiers who were vital allies to the United States in the Vietnam War, serving under the direction of the United States military and covert forces from 1961 to 1975 in the secret war of Laos. And whereas, in unwavering devotion to liberty and autonomy, the Hmong guerrilla soldiers fought alongside American troops in opposition to the communist regime of North Vietnam, displaying the highest level of bravery, heroism, and valor in the face of deep adversity. And whereas the Hmong guerrilla soldiers provided critical support to the United States military operations on the ground and in the air, gathered intelligence on enemy movements, disrupted supply chains, and rescued down American pilots. And whereas, of the approximately 50,000 Hmong guerrilla soldiers that served, it is estimated that at least 35,000 were killed during the secret war, a rate 10 times higher than American soldiers in Vietnam. And whereas, following the conclusion of the war, the Hmong people faced severe retaliation and persecution by the communist regime, including attempted genocide, chemical attacks, and deportation to forced labor camps. And whereas an estimated 368,000 Hmong now reside in the United States, having sought asylum following the war, and are proud citizens of these United States. And whereas it is fitting and proper that the Senate of the great state of Oklahoma hereby recognizes May 15, 2025 as Hmong Special Guerrilla Unit Veterans Recognition Day in Oklahoma with the utmost honor, respect, and appreciation for these soldiers, veterans, and families who gave their lives and service to protect the United States and the eternal cause of liberty. Senator Jett.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, the Hmong community that we see here today, the new chapter of their life that became part of American history was when General Vang, effectively this generation's George Washington, agreed to work with the CIA and fight for and alongside our Vietnam veterans in Vietnam. He has since passed and left his legacy behind, which is in a book, and the Hmong community have provided a number of books available for the members who did receive me last year. I have those in my office. There's a generous gift from the Hmong community that tells about their unique chapter in American history. And so with us today, we have one of the sons of General Vang. And Mr. President, with your permission, I would like to allow Mr. Vang to address the body.
Mr. Vang, you are recognized to use the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, distinguished members of the Oklahoma State Senate, ladies and gentlemen in the gallery. It is a distinct honor for me to be here today, joining you all the way from California, in the great state of Oklahoma today. More so, we're recognizing the courage, the sacrifice, and the valor of the Hmong Special Guerrilla Units under the command of my father, the late General Vang. Let me give a short story. It was 65 years ago on a cold mountaintop where the CIA, directed by the Kennedy administration for a man by the name of Bill Laird, looked for my father, Vang. It took Bill Laird almost a week to find him because he was still in the jungles harassing the communist elements in the country of Laos. Thus, when they did make their first contact, Mr. Laird and my father shook hands based on one common value that binds and bonds and intertwines us today, and it was freedom itself. And thus gave rise to the Hmong Special Guerrilla Unit SGU. That was the name designated by the Central Intelligence Agency. And these are the few veterans that are left that are still alive with us today, who happen to call Oklahoma home. And today we're recognizing them. And it is this honorable day that we acknowledge their sacrifice and their service to our great flag. Oh, glory, the Star-Spangled Banner and Stars and Stripes, call it what we may. But in the name of freedom and democracy, may all of us here today continue to value what these brave men fought for, and all our veterans in the armed forces of the United States military fought for, their service and their sacrifices for the freedoms that we have today and moving forward. Let us reforge in this bond and these values that Mr. Laird and my father struck on with the simple handshake 65 years ago. This week, as of yesterday, marks 50 years of the Hmong in our country, the United States of America, and we deemed it 50 years of freedom and 50 years of more freedom to come, and we are jubilant, excited about the next 50 years of what we can do for our country to make it great again. So, to our veterans, Hmong veterans, and all the veterans at large, that's a pleasure. Thank you very much. I make this possible, and thank you all very much to members of the Oklahoma State Senate. Thank you. God bless you all, and may God continue to bless our United States of America.
Mr. President, with your permission, I'd like to invite the Hmong community who are seated in these rows, if you could please stand. They're wearing their traditional dress, and I'm telling you, this is what America looks like. E Pluribus Unum, from the many, one. Please give the Hmong American community and these veterans a warm, welcome. Thank you.